Did you know the female body is born with all the eggs she will ever have? And that tiny cells inside the ovaries control hormones that affect her entire body? The female reproductive system houses the organs that release and mature those eggs, support fertilization, and if pregnancy occurs, nurture a developing baby. It includes several internal organs that work together through a coordinated hormonal cycle. The ovaries are central to this system. They store immature eggs and release one during ovulation. The ovaries are also endocrine glands, which means that the reproductive system is part of the endocrine system, which includes, in part, the pancreas, adrenals, and thyroid. The eggs the ovaries house produce the hormones estrogen and progesterone depending on their stage of development, which regulate the reproductive cycle and influence metabolism, growth, mood, and energy levels throughout the day. A female is born with all the eggs she will ever have. These eggs formed while she was developing in her mother's womb, between about the 10th and 20th weeks of her gestation. They remain in the ovaries in an immature state until puberty, when the brain, specifically the pituitary gland, begins to send hormonal signals to the ovaries. Some of these eggs respond to the signals, and that's when the menstrual cycle begins. Each cycle, pituitary gland hormones stimulate follicle growth in the ovary. As estrogen levels rise during this process, the cervix responds by producing a special fluid called cervical mucus. This fluid changes in texture, which helps sperm survive and move more easily during the most fertile time of the cycle. The fluid also traps deformed or unsuitable sperm, thus acting like a biological filter. At ovulation, an ovary releases an egg, which is picked up by the fimbriae, the fringe-like ends of the fallopian tube. If sperm are present, fertilization occurs within about 24 hours of ovulation, very close to the ovary in the outer portion of the tube. The fertilized egg then travels toward the uterus. The uterus is a strong muscular organ where a fertilized egg can implant and grow during pregnancy. Each cycle, its inner lining thickens in response to rising estrogen from the maturing egg and in preparation for possible pregnancy. If pregnancy does not occur, this lining sheds during menstruation. The cervix connects the uterus to the vagina, and the vagina serves as the passageway for menstrual flow, intercourse, and childbirth. Together, these organs work as a coordinated endocrine and reproductive system that controls hormones, releases eggs, and prepares the body for possible pregnancy each month.